The developed man is the all round man who recognizes body, mind, and spirit and renders to each its due. Neglect of either is a mistake which must be rectified sooner or later, a debt which must be repaid with interest. We will now take up the psychic phase of the yogi science of breath in the shape of a series of exercises, each exercise carrying with it its explanation. You will notice that in each exercise, rhythmic breathing is accompanied with the instructions to carry the thought of certain desired results. This mental attitude gives the will a cleared track upon which to exercise its force. We cannot, in this work, go into the subject of the power of the will and must assume that you have some knowledge of the subject. Only actual practice of these exercises themselves will give you a much clearer knowledge than any amount of theoretical teaching. For as the old Hindu proverb says, he who tastes a grain of mustard seed knows more of its flavor than he who sees an elephant load of it. Prana distributing. Lying flat on the floor or bed, completely relaxed, with hands resting slightly over the solar plexus, over the pit of the stomach where the ribs begin to separate, breathe rhythmically. After the rhythm is fully established, will that each inhalation will draw in an increased supply of prana or vital energy from the universal supply, which will be taken up by the nervous system and stored in the solar plexus. While exercise the will, try to form a mental picture of the inrushing prana coming in through the lungs and being taken up at once by the solar plexus. Then, with the exhaling effort being sent to all parts of the system, down to the fingertips and down to the toes. It is not necessary to use the will with an effort, simply commanding that which you wish to produce and then making the mental picture of it is all that is necessary. Calm command with the mental picture is far better than forcible willing, when only dissipates force needlessly. The above exercise is most helpful and greatly refreshes and strengthens the nervous system and produces a restful feeling all over the body. It is especially beneficial in cases where one is tired or feels a lack of energy. Inhibiting pain. Lying down or sitting erect, breathe rhythmically, holding the thought that you are inhaling prana. Then, when you exhale, send the prana to the painful part to re establish the circulation and nerve current. Then, inhale more prana for the purpose of driving out the painful condition. Then, exhale, holding the thought that you are driving out the pain. Alternate the two above mental commands and with one exhalation stimulate the part and with the next drive out the pain. Keep this up for 7 breaths, then practice the cleansing breath and rest a while. Then try it again until relief comes, which will be before long. Many pains will be found to be relieved before 7 breaths are finished. If the hand is placed over the painful part, you may get quicker results. Send the current of prana down the arm into the painful part. Directing the circulation. Lying down or sitting erect, breathe rhythmically and with the exhalation, direct the circulation to any part you wish, which may be suffering from imperfect circulation. This is effective in cases of cold feet or in cases of headache, the blood being sent downward in both cases. In the first case, warming the feet, and in the latter, relieving the brain from too great pressure. In the case of headache, try the pain inhibiting first, then follow with sending the blood downward. You will often feel warm feeling in the legs as the circulation moves downward. The circulation is largely under control of the will, and rhythmic breathing renders the task easier. Self-healing. Lying in a relaxed condition, breathe rhythmically and command that a good supply of prana be inhaled. With the exhalation, send the prana to the affected part for the purpose of stimulating it. Vary this occasionally by exhaling with the mental command that the diseased condition be forced out and disappear. Use hands in this exercise, passing them down the body from the head to the affected part. In using the hands in healing yourself or others, always hold the mental image that the prana is flowing down the arm and through the fingertips into the body, thus reaching the affected part and healing it. Vary it slightly to fit the condition of the case, and it will produce wonderful results. Yogis follow the plan of placing both hands on the affected part and then breathe rhythmically, holding the mental image that they are fairly pumping prana into the diseased organ and part, stimulating it, and driving out diseased condition, as pumping into a pail of dirty water will drive out the latter and fill the bucket with fresh water. This last plan is very effective if the mental image of the pump is clearly held, the inhalation representing the lifting of the pump handle and the exhalation of the actual pumping. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm not going to beg or persist or force you to subscribe or like the channel, but if you feel the content is worth it, then reward it as such. Thank you so much and have a great day.